Miranda doing some kind of, I don't know, surf ninjas? Is that what that is? Surf ninjas? Stealing a page out of that book? I feel like somebody should be singing Kung Fu Fighting.
Everybody go Kung Fu Fighting!
I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
Hey guys, welcome to Staying Salty. My name's Miranda if you haven't been here before, and this week we're going to be taking you guys on a day in our life. Or in my case, this week it's going to be like a couple of random days in my life. My life as of late has been very all over the place and hectic and emotional and just a lot of family stuff that shouldn't be on camera. So yeah, it's kind of been really hard to find things that are okay to film, so I've kind of just filmed random bits and pieces of my life with my brother and my uncle and my friends and whatever random things I might be doing.
You look at the picture and try to find the piece you're looking for.
It's like a bird or something.
It kind of does. We're at the World War II Museum looking at great stuff. It's cool and it's sad seeing all these things happening in here.
Yeah, it's really cool here. They have a lot of stories from local people that were in all of the different wars and their medals and letters and personal belongings. This plane right here was flown by President Eisenhower when he was president. And somehow it ended up in our small town museum, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So we drove down the street and came down to this mural that they just built of our town. And it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It takes up this entire building and it just has our whole history.
Tell them about your great-grandfather.
Oh yeah, my however many great-grandfather actually founded this town. And they have him on here, which is kind of super cool.
Yep.
And yeah, this plantation right here, I went to a field trip in, I don't know, it was like kindergarten or first grade, and they have shrunken heads inside of it, and every time I see it, I just think of that because I was freaking terrified. That's my grandfather.
And this is my family.
That's his side of the family. And then this is our side of the family because we came here in about the 1700s from Canada.
And I was born here. So.
Well, we were both born here. Yeah.
My kind was born.
Your kind, his mom's kind.
How my kind got here, but my kind was already here before y'all got here. So.
Yep. So it's super cool. We're kind of just taking a history day and going around town. Learning about stuff. There's one across the bayou that we're going to go and see now.
All right, look, they got something over there.
You want to run across and see what it is?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, we gotta run. Shit. We have a PSA to everyone out there. Littering is not cool. This is gross. Look at that baby turtle. It's stuck. The turtle is stuck in the trash. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, y'all don't.
Like, we have animals that are trying to live here. This is not cool.
Well, at least it's not all through the bayou.
Look at how gross it is under here.
It
This
smells.
is not okay.
You smell that?
I know.
It don't smell
And then
good.
it's even worse for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Like, then it's the entire bayou. Pick up your trash, recycle. If we pollute our water, then we're polluting ourselves. We're polluting our animals.
Footballs, plastic bottles, and cups, and
It's disgusting.
plastic Mardi Gras balls.
There's a ball over there.
What is that? Is that a frog leg? I don't know.
That's
what
a Barbie leg.
What
Why is
the
there a Barbie leg right?
that?
There is a Barbie leg.
There's a light bulb.
That's what.
Look.
This is insane.
Who puts light bulbs in a bayou?
Today's video is, the summary of today is learn from history, Recycle. Do we have any nuts?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think we do. Maybe Brian does. I think your food's a little hot, dude. No. It looks like your shirt's on fire. The Target was a bust. I didn't have what I came for, but I got an icy, so it was a successful trip regardless. You know, vlogging and driving is so safe, especially in parking lots. So I'm gonna get going because we're going to the Dollar Tree. So literally this vlog is just going to be Miranda walking in and out of random stores and finding absolutely nothing because Dollar Tree didn't have anything either. So basically all I did was walk in there, help an older lady get a bunch of stuff from the top shelf. Yeah, so now we're off to Walmart. So the radio just said that it's gonna get to 37 tonight, which is unbelievable. It's been about 90 every single day this fall so far. It's kind of dropped to 70-ish the last 2 or 3 days. But oh my god, 37. We're all gonna freeze. Today's been really strange because I don't usually go places by myself because it kind of really scares me. I've had a lot of instances where guys have come up and grabbed me and done stuff to me in public, and I find myself just on constant alert. Anytime I go in public, I'm always looking over my shoulder and have my keys in my hand, and just I'm never comfortable. And it's been something I've dealt with since I was really young. I remember being like 9 years old and having to run from guys trying to grab me in a park in New Orleans. So I've never felt safe or comfortable in public. I was talking to Kelsey about it the other night, and I don't know if the stuff in the news is making me hyper aware or if things are just happening more frequently, but she's noticed it too, and my friend Bailey's noticed it. Everyone's noticed guys being more and more aggressive and vulgar in public. And for someone that's already very anxious and scared and is a victim of a lot of these things, public is a really scary place. And for some reason this town is ridiculously busy today, so it's kind of making everything a lot worse. But I did okay. I took all of the precautions that I usually do, and I had a buggy to make sure I kept a safe distance between me and people, and I had my keys in my hands, and I made sure that, you know, I always was aware of who was around me. But then I get really sad because I shouldn't have to make sure I'm doing all of these specific things. But I'm glad that at least I'm now aware of doing these things. I don't know. I want things to change. I want people to think, I want people to stop thinking that girls are just people they can do whatever to. I mean, it doesn't matter how you dress. The majority of times that I've gotten assaulted and harassed in public, I was dressed in like baggy sweatpants and sweatshirts. Like, it's never been when I've been dressed up in revealing type things. I mean, the other night I was at a play in a dress, and they had an older guy like in his mid 60s, early 70s that, like, you know, licked his lips and said things, and it was really disgusting. But, you know, whenever guys have just come up and grabbed me and started humping me in public, I've been in big sweatpants. So you can't say it's about what girls wear. But I do try to make sure that I am more conservative when I go out in public by myself. But I do know that that doesn't mean anything. You have to try to make these precautions, especially just to try to ease my own mind, even though I know regardless of what I do, I'm still kind of just, you know, this meat out there to some people's eyes. And I live in a town, or we live in a world where, you know, guys don't have boundaries, and they think that we're just someone or something that's at their disposal. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in these people's minds. But I've noticed that it's happening more. My friends have noticed that it's happening more. It's all over the news. My hands are really shaky because I get really anxious talking about this stuff. But also really passionate because I need this stuff to stop, and I need to not feel so anxious whenever I go in public by myself. And even when I go in public with other people, there have been times where it's just my friends and I in the car, and guys are going to chase us around town in our cars, and we're scared to pull into our houses. So then we just go around the block and go down random streets because we're scared for these people to know where we live, because they're following us so closely and looking at us and just doing really inappropriate things. And it's like, no matter what we do, I don't feel safe. So when no one was able to come with me get these stupid bottle things, I was really hesitant, but I try to push myself a little bit farther than my comfort zone, because you know, that's the only way we grow, is if we put ourselves into kind of uncomfortable situations. But yeah, it's really scary, and I'm proud of myself that I came and did this, but it shouldn't be a big step for me. Should not be, I went to Target and Walmart by myself, you know? Like, that shouldn't be some groundbreaking thing. I mean, a lot of these things affect my day-to-day life with CF, if, you know, you have to categorize the parts of my life. Because, you know, I'm scared to go to doctor's appointments by myself. I'm scared to be alone with my doctors because I've had things happen with doctors. And you shouldn't be so scared to be alone with people. So, going pick up Addie and try to just ease my anxiety a little bit. Luckily, I got my icy at the beginning of this trip, and ices, you would think the caffeine would like make my anxiety worse. But something mentally in me, ices calm me down. The lost city of the monkey god.
She's fucking weird.
I wonder if it'll stay. Woo! Oh my god! Did I just figure out how to vlog and drive?